Isn't my camera working? Ah, there we go. Okay. Cool. These are always so weird because I never feel like I'm online. You know, you hit a button and then you're like, you don't realize the world could be watching. I have no idea who gets on, and then it's like. But I have yet to have a live stream that hasn't turned out to be a blast. You know, nobody knows about them. I just kind of do them. It's a surprise, right? So we'll see who jumps on. I got a little bit of time, maybe an hour or so. If anybody wants any, you know, what's this? The beginning is always super weird because, like, you know, there's nobody talking to you, and you're just kind of sitting here like the kid at the birthday party that you wonder who's going to show up. You know, you're like, you got a cake, and you're just kind of sitting there, like, okay, I sent out the invites at the last minute as usual. But so I don't know who this is reaching. I have no clue, you know. If you want to talk, let me know if you're there. But it's been a while. Got a ton of new subs. That's always interesting, right? But let's see here. And it's been so long since I've streamed. I don't even know. Like, man, you forget all this stuff. Like, how do I look at my Twitch people too? Let me even see if I'm even on here. Let me see here. Hang on. I don't even know. Oh, I am. Huh. There I am. Let's see. Yeah, there I am. Okay. Well, I'm here. So you never know if it really works, right? Until you start talking to people, and then it turns into a damn party. Every stream I've ever had has ended up being incredible. Like, one of the coolest was when I was on StreamYard, I think, and people can actually join you. And before you know it, I had like 10 YouTubers. You know, some of them were like really popular, like Highly Combustible and Arkham, and a few of my buddies that I've made since I've started doing this. And we stayed up just super late and just chat, and it was so much fun. And it got to the point where you can only put like 6 people in there at a time, and they were rotating in and rotating in. And we had a talking coconut at one time who joined the stream, and it was so much fun. But sometimes I end up, you know, doing reactions on here, and people like that. I don't know, but it is, well, 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, the middle of, you know, so who knows who's gonna be here? I really don't care. I got an hour, so I'll bullshit for a little bit. Maybe I'll be all edgy and I'll stream what is it? Hogwarts Legacy? Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Trigger some people. I don't know. But yeah, I don't even know. Let's see here. Well, I'm just gonna hang out here until anybody says something. It always starts out so weird and awkward, and then it just becomes a ton of fun. Hey, here's a new book I got. I Am Theodore Roosevelt. My wife got, my daughter got this for me. She's 7, and she knows that I like Teddy Roosevelt, and she saw this at a store, got that for me. But yeah, I've got a lot of Teddy Roosevelt books back there. Well, 3 or 4. It's not a lot, but. And I wrote a book, actually, that got published, and he's a character in the book. So he's not the main character, but he's a character. But somebody say something. I see there's people creeping. Just type. Say like, hey, fuck you, something. I don't know. But whatever. I got an hour. Wife and kids are gone. I can just chill. That might even be my wife on there. I don't know. If you're watching, hello. Hopefully I'm not missing the chats. What does this say? No. Oh, shit. So nobody wants to talk, huh? I get to be all awkward and weird here. You know, but then again, the algorithm is super weird. It's so weird. Like, you know, you start out, oh shit. You know, you're doing some pretty good things. You're kind of flying pretty good. And then, like, you know, it only hits certain people, and then, like, you know, because, like, right now would be a great time for my European folks to hop on. I got a lot of European subs. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. Yep, we'll give it a little more time. If nobody pops on, then I won't be too offended. I wasn't even planning this, so y'all can. Ooh, there's a YouTube live dashboard. What is that? Let's see what that is. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh. I haven't seen this yet. Interesting. It shows me, like, how many viewers I've had. I've had 3 people watching this. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm going to do. Ooh, I could display products on here. Because I've got some merch. That's cool. Which I'm still trying to figure that out. You know, that's why I want to do some of these streams and actually talk to people who know this stuff. Hey! It's Ginger's on. Nice digs. What's a dig? Nice digs. Is that some kind of slang that I don't know, Ginger? And I'm just gonna assume this is Ginger because I don't think Mike talks to me. Not because, you know, but Ginger's the outgoing one, right? What's a dig? Shoes? I thought digs were shoes. Glasses? I don't know. Either way, Ginger, it's always... And I was just... Hola! And I was just talking about how cool it is, the friends that I made on YouTube and stuff like that. You know, the one time I did this on StreamYards, and people can actually join. They can actually jump on the chat, and it was great. We had like 10 YouTubers at a time. There was people like Highly Combustible. I know you know all these people. Like Highly Combustible, and like Arkham was on, and Wolverine, and there was a bunch of people. There was a floating coconut at one point. It was incredible. It was the best like 3 hours of my life. So digs means house? I mean, I guess at one point it was a dig, right? When they were... But Mike doesn't talk to anybody. It's just when I see you, and you know what, Ginger, you comment on every one of my, like every video of mine. There you are. It's awesome. And I'm like, that might be Mike. I don't know, but probably not, because, you know, I don't want to get weird about it. But yeah, Ginger's my girl. But thank you about the house. This is it's not quite the same as my other setup. And I could set it up just like my old office, where I scoot my desk kind of like up against that wall, and then so my books are like right behind me. I could do that like where it looks exactly the same. But then I lose all these, like, I don't know. I lose, like, I could set up my drums now, which is kind of cool, you know. Yeah, Mike and Ginger are the best. they're old school. You know what I mean? Like we're getting to the point now where you've got some reactors like I'm trying to think, Alex Hefner, and some of the people who've been doing it for a long time. And then you go back a few years, and people like Ginger have just been consistent. Mike and Ginger just consistent, always there. They're always doing their thing. And just like me, I'm sure they're not doing it for any kind of money at all. It's just super fun sometimes, you know. So they're one of the old school, you know, one of the people that I could say is the reason I started doing it. You know, people like Mike and Ginger and like Tank the Tech and Chase Carnson and stuff like that. So what's up, Scrog? Scrog you're my Liliac dude, but you've also shown me some pretty cool music. I think Skin Mask and a couple other cool bands, but that's cool. And then we got Ryan Music. Is it Ryan Mears? Is that who you are? If you're Ryan Mears, I've watched a lot of your videos. Ryan is another awesome YouTuber, I think. Let me know if I'm wrong with that. But you know, some people change the name of their channels. So like the other day, Wolverine posted on something. I didn't even realize it, you know. Ginger said she's doing it for the millions. We're just floating in money over here. Okay, so answer me this, Ginger. Have you been hit with the same issue? And if that's Ryan Mears, let me know. Oh, you're not that guy. Just a subscriber. No, dude, that's awesome. There's a guy, Ryan Mears. But obviously you're into music, or you play music, so that's cool. But, so anyways, Ginger, a lot of my videos that were not copyright claimed, which are not many at all, there's probably like 20 out of like 100 plus, they're all getting copyright claimed all of a sudden by a amateur person who is not the artist. What they're doing is they're using like this third party, it's like an agency that does copyright. And so they hook up with this agency and they're able to put a copyright claim on music that's not theirs. And they copyright claim my stuff. So let me know if you've seen that. I'm starting to see that a lot lately. And I look up who it is who owns the music, and it turns out it's like some offshoot. And the name of the video isn't even the video. It's like sometimes it's even a reaction video. And so like what you could do is you upload something that doesn't get a copyright claim, and then I could be like, ooh, no, so I'm going to copyright it. I'm going to take that video and copyright that video. So now when you react to the same video, the copyright claim comes from me. So I'm starting to see that a lot. And it was actually Tank the Tech who said that you can actually, see, wow. No, you haven't, though. If you get copyright claimed, which I know you do, check who's doing it. Make sure it's the actual artist or the actual label, because I think it's a scam. I think it's something people are starting to do. So watch that. But yeah. So Ryan, either way, man, thank you for subscribing. Let me know what it is that brought you, because there's always somebody that brings somebody to the channel. Maybe it's Nightwish, or Sabaton, or the latest one is Ren, which Ren, I lose sleep over that guy and the stuff he puts out. You dispute everything. But the question is, at what point do you dispute it? Because, you get the initial claim and you can dispute it, and they can either throw a middle finger or not, If they throw the middle finger at you, then if you dispute it again, you can get a strike. So I don't, these claims are coming months and months after the fact. So I don't know. I've kind of gotten to the point where I don't dispute anything anymore, and I'm not trying to get on a high horse, but like I don't make a penny. Well, I don't say how to make a penny. I just bought some scotch last week because I got a nice little paycheck from YouTube for the first time. But I like bringing recognition to bands. I like meeting new people and introducing people to music, and people cussing me out in the comments. I love that stuff, Oh, cool. So Ryan, you you're just so enamored with my channel that you don't even remember. It's just, and here's something cool. So there are people, and Ginger could attest to this. There are people who like will follow a person because they think they're going to follow their band or their artist. And if you don't follow their artist, they get pissed. So like I'm just going to throw Angelina Jordan fans under the bus because I hate, majority of them are just the worst. I hate to say it, but they're just the worst. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And I'll get back to you on that, Scrog. But so like I'll cover somebody else and be like, "Ooh, great video," but have you watched this video from Angelina Jordan? I'm like, no, I haven't, and just don't do that because that's just tacky, right? And sometimes that's annoying, right? But then I have people like Scrog, and I know Rivka is another one that literally just watch my videos just to watch my videos, and that is amazing to me. And they'll shoot me something like, "Wow, I didn't know about this band, and because of you, I learned about this band," and that is like the coolest thing about doing this channel for sure. Is the fact that people don't even watch it they just kind of follow you. And that's how I am with Taking the Tech. Like I watch his videos just to watch them, and because of that I found some of my favorite bands that way, and that's pretty cool. So let's see, Oban Scotch. I do have, hang on a second. I'm over here kicking my doorstop. I don't know if you heard that. It was like, but so this is an Islay Scotch, which is my favorite. So it's not, I don't know if it's Oban. I don't know what that even means really. But Islay is a certain kind of Scotch that is, I think it's in the Northern Highlands, and it tastes super peaty. It tastes like a campfire. It's real smoky, and I love it. And Lagavulin is my favorite, and that I got that from kind of like from Nightwish because that's like Thomas's favorite. But it's definitely a certain kind of taste. So I don't know what Oban is, but I'm never picky to try, But let's see here. Scraw, yes. Liliac. Shit. Okay. Distillery. So Scrog, I got in a lot of hot water from my last video because I'm starting to get frustrated. I'm just gonna be honest, and you've heard me, you've heard me kind of vent about Liliac before, and it's like, so this, I'm not telling you anything new, but it's like I'm starting to see patterns with them that I see with a lot of child artists and things like that, and the overprotection where they can like read you the phone book and people lose their minds. And if you have anything like, and it's not even like if you don't have anything bad to say, it's like if you don't lose your mind and have a seizure on the ground, people get upset. They're like, you should have like lost your mind watching that. Why didn't you like freak out? Why weren't you impressed? And I'm like, because they covered Smells Like Teen Spirit, which is something I did in my garage when I was 15, and it's not that hard of a, you know what I mean? It to me, it wasn't mind blowing, and they all looked like they were falling asleep, and I was just like, whatever, So like, in that band, I'm like, so I made a comment like, they really need to do something so they remain relevant, and they don't take the path of a lot of young artists where once they're no longer young, they're not marketable anymore because they're not doing anything spectacular anymore. Because if you could play Enter Sandman at my age, you might get a gig at a bar, maybe, right? But if you play Enter Sandman when you're 9, that's pretty damn cool and impressive, and that you take that on the road, So what's happening with a lot of these, like Angelina Jordan and like Courtney Hadwin, which is oh my god, but like people become so invested and they become so protective, and it's like, but what are they? I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to go down that road. You didn't get on here to hear that, so. But yeah, read some of the comments in the Smells Like Teen Spirit. And I kind of went at it with a few of them. And then my Courtney Hadwin video, oh my god. People got so pissed at me. I'm just like, and people pay a lot of money for me to watch those, like the Courtney Hanwin videos. There's not a single one I haven't watched that people haven't like paid me to watch it. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch it, but I'm gonna be honest. But anyways, that's not why you're here. So, and there's Rivka. I was just talking about you, as always. Sorry, Ginger, you're gonna have to compete with my number one fan, Rivka. She has literally been there since the beginning, and it doesn't matter what I do. I can get on here and mumble the Pledge of Allegiance, and she's gonna like it, and she's going to say something. It's amazing. I still think you're like my only patron on Patreon, like because I don't do anything on there, but you just support me, and it's just insane. It's so cool. Yes, Scrog, I will watch their new video because that's my biggest thing with Liliac and with some of those other artists is like, you know, what's their original material like? It's like you could be a great cover band, but if that's all you are, then you might be good at the state fair. And that's it, right? You have to go beyond that, you know, and if you don't write good music and, you know, something that's going to really again be marketable, then you just kind of end up losing, you know, a lot of that whatever, right? I mean, to me okay. Damn it, you put me down this road. So to me, cover artists, you know what drives me crazy about Courtney Hadwin fans, right? She does a lot of covers, right? And I think in one of them she even does like a mic drop. She does it and she just does her right, and then she drops the mic. And to me that is so offensive because I don't care if you like the original song or not. You know, that original artist put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of effort into it. Writing it, they had to come up with the theme of it. They had to come up with, okay, how are we going to arrange it? What are the chords? You know, how are the parts going to go? You know, all this. And then they got to throw it out there and hope to God that people like it, you know, and then they have to gamble on that. And you know, there's so much that goes into it, so much. And then somebody just comes along and then drops the mic, you know, and the best thing I could think of is like, you know, you got an artist who spends all on making a painting, right? What medium am I going to make it in, what it's going to be about, how am I going to pitch it, who's going to like it, right? And it ends up in a museum, you know, and somebody comes along and throws some glitter at it and walks away. And like, oh my God, that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. They did so much. And I hate when they say they did it so much better than the original artist, because it's like, you just showed up and just kind of threw your spin on it, you know? Maybe I'm overlooking into it. Maybe I don't know. But to me, that's my take on like cover artists. You know, sometimes it's fun, but don't start with the whole like, oh, they made the original artist look like an idiot, or oh my God, like I don't know. I don't do well with that. And I think that's why I have an issue with Courtney Hadwin fans, because they tend to be like that a lot. You know, like, oh my God, they came to save music because they sang this cover song and sang it a little differently, you know. See, Rivka knows what I'm talking about because she enjoys bands that are incredible writers, like Unleash the Archers, right? And Nightwish, and you know, what are some Brothers of Metal, right? Some of these bands that are just master songwriters, you know. And even, you know, Scrog, like Liliac, they made Sail Away, and I'm like, okay, you know, it was cool, you know. On a scale of 1 to 10 in writing ability, it might have been a 4, you know. They pulled a whole chorus in there to basically sing the title of the song over and over again, kind of, you know. Like, when you're used to bands like Nightwish and, like, you know, who's literally like a composer, right? Composing an entire orchestra of music and metal and different vocalists and making it mesh somehow, like that doesn't really, it doesn't really impress, you know what I mean? But I love them. I love the kids. Liliac's a great band, you know. Yeah. So anyways, God, I hate venting like that on here because, oh well, they're not gonna watch it because they only watch Liliac videos or Courtney Hadwin videos, or right, so they're not gonna watch this. So. Whatever. There's a few times I thought, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to make a video to say, you know what, I got something to say to all you, and then I watched my sub count drop by like a quarter. I don't know. So anyways, let's see what we got here. Let's start talking to some people here. Yeah, Rivka does what she can. She says she's waiting for some sweet Patreon content. I got to start doing stuff again. It is so hard. And with a new house and trying to get that all together, my kid just, so you see this new hat, right? I wear this on a lot of my videos now. Because my son is huge into baseball down here in Florida, like huge. He just made the All-Star team. So now we get to do that 3-4 times a week. He's got to practice later on with like a guy who's like an ex-pro baller. Used to play for the Orioles and stuff. I mean, so there's a lot of crap going on. And it's just, I get good ideas. I really want to do more original content. You know, if you guys haven't seen my Cuckoo Bird, Nature's Biggest Asshole video, it's actually pretty funny. You might like it. You know, I've done some more history things. I covered Henry VIII. What else did I do? So I just really want to start doing some more stuff like that. It just really sucks because, like, it's like there's this, like, I can put tons of effort into a let's say I do the Fourth Crusade. I really want to cover the Fourth Crusade next, kind of in the way that I did the Cuckoo Bird. I put hours into it, all the time editing it, all the time researching everything, and then I get like 100 viewers, 200 viewers, right? And then I watch some obscure vocalist out of like Kazakhstan, and I'm not even talking about like Dimash, but like just some obscure artist, and I'll get like 500,000 views. And I don't have to say a word. I just have to sit here and watch it and be like, I don't have to say a word. And I'll get like thousands and tens and hundreds of thousands of views. And that's what's frustrating, you know. Because it's like the stuff I really want to do and the stuff I'm passionate about, you know. It's hard to get traction, you know. But same pool of artists, yeah, and the fans are toxic. You know what, and to Angelina Jordan, and Courtney Hadwin, the thing that creeps me out is like a majority of their fans are like old men, you know, and it could just be because they're into jazz music, but I don't know about that. Sometimes it gets weird and creepy, and anyways, I was warned about that actually before I even went down that rabbit hole, but. Yeah, so yeah, fans can be toxic and they can ruin it. And like I feel bad for Liliac because they're a good band and they're trying hard and their fans are just sometimes they're a bit much, you know. But you get my sentimental cover art, but you know, okay. You listen to Sail Away daily? Daily? Is it that good to see daily? I'm going to have to listen to it again. I'm really going to have to listen to it again. I know the one time I heard it, it just didn't do much for me. Maybe we'll listen to it again. But daily? Daily. I can't think of any song I listen to daily. Like, I had Unleash the Archers literally on my playlist. I would listen to that, to their newest album, Abyss, every time I got in the car, right? And then I kind of got away from that for a little. And there was Brothers in Metal for a while. I listened to Endless Saga damn near every time I was in the car. And then after that, it turned into, I listen to Ronnie Radke a lot now. He's like on my playlist. You know what I'm listening to? Avatar. Dude, Avatar is so good. That is, I don't think I listen to him daily, but like that's become like more of my common go-to. Avatar. I can't even explain them. I think I shared it with Rivka in Discord, but yeah, like the dude looks like the Joker, right? And they got this very circusy looking image. They're all dressed in like circus outfits, and he looks like a clown kind of, but a crazy clown that'll just gut you, you know. And the dude can sound like Freddie Mercury at one moment. Oh shoot, my camera. But he could sound like it'll pop on in a second. Sound like Freddie Mercury one moment, and then he's got a good growl to him. You know, he'll growl like heavy growling, and then it'll sound like blues another minute. Just so good, and he's very talented band. But yeah, so Avatars, and in fact they're gonna be playing close to my house in a few weeks, so I'll be checking that out. Who else? Ren is another one that again I think about a lot. Yeah. Rivka's saying she can't put him in a genre just because. Yeah, it's just so. And then you watch their videos, and they kind of have like a 1920s feel to them because they kind of have like that stop motion thing and the way the sets work. Maybe not the videos I showed you, Rivka, but like some of their videos were like, you know, there'll be in a set and they'll walk through a door, and then it'll turn and there'll be another set, and then the way the camera flickers and but like, see, my brain is blown. I can't even like put it. So like, if you guys have ever played the game Dan the Man, is the closest thing I can think of it. It's a phone game, right? But it's funny because you've got these ninjas, but it's like medieval times. They're fighting like a king in a castle, right? But then they've got bazookas. It's a weird meshing of like a medieval universe with like a weird clown circusy thing. So weird, but so cool. Anyways, yeah, Avatar is weird and good. Ginger, have you checked out Avatar yet? Alan, my man, yes. So I love historical games. I keep trying to get into Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Every time I try, I just can't. But one of my favorite games, because again, medieval Europe is like my big thing, is Kingdom Come Deliverance. I love the hell out of that game, and I would stream it a few times, and nobody cares because nobody wants to watch you learn how to read, and like, because you know that game is so immersive, because you know, again, you got to learn how to read. You have to like, the fighting. If you fight more than one or two people, you're dead, because like you got a helmet on, you can barely see, you know, it's fogging up, and it's real clunky, but it's very realistic. Love that game. Oh gosh, Ginger has never heard of Avatar. Gosh, what would be a good song for you to cover? I was introduced to them by Statue of the King. And that'll just give you like a good rundown of their just kind of their wide range of what they do. But Welcome to Avatar Country is a good one. Torn Apart's a good one. So many good ones. Sleep Token is good. Yeah, I remember watching Chase Carnson. He got me watching Sleep Token. And did they ever find out who that lead singer is? Because I remember there's a big like mystery behind that, because he wore a mask and nobody knew who he was. So Rivka, let me know about that, because I haven't been really tracking him. But oh, and I missed you, Scrog, about Ottokin. So tell me about Ottokin. Is that like a? I mean, it sounds Norwegian, maybe. I just recently started covering. Who did I see? What's that girl's name from? I think it's Sweden or Norway. It's Norway. She's got bright blonde hair. She's young. As soon as I found out that she was like underage, I'm like, oh God, here we go again. Here's gonna be all the weirdness that we see from like Angelina Jordan fans. You haven't heard a name. Yeah. Yeah, and Sleep Token is another one of those bands where like their music is very like ethereal, but then it's, you know, it changes up a lot. You never quite know what to expect. It's But then again, there was that kind of mystery behind like who he was and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, Alan. So it says reacts. So you're a reactor. Oh, Chase brought you to him. Yeah. Uh-oh. What do you got for me, Scrog? Copied from their YouTube channel. Is this more Liliac stuff? And I think, Scrog, I think you were there when I had a little... I had a literal fight with Papa Liliac. It was definitely me that he was talking about. Because he used to watch all my reactions and they would comment on them. And, you know... he would say things like, "Oh, this is Abigail," you know. I'm saying whatever, but I'm thinking that's not Abigail. That's Papa Liliac, because he would write all this stuff. Oh, here. Oh, I'm sorry. This is about Odekin, ethno-musical group from Siberia. Ooh. Okay. Scrog, I'll check that one out. That'll be one of the next ones I do. Let me know which song to check out. But yeah, no. So in the Liliac song, I happened to just mention, I'm like, oh, that's kind of a cool layering effect they put on her voice, you know. And oh my God, so there were no comments in the group yet, you know, from commenters yet. But then all of a sudden, Papa Liliac blasts on his YouTube channel like the very next day. It might have even been the same day, and he was basically saying, you know, some of those so-called YouTubers out there will say that melody has an effect on her voice, but they don't know what they're talking about. And if you're in metal, then you don't need an effect on your voice. You either have it or you don't. And like, oh God. And so the moment he did that, it was like a call to arms. All of the Liliac fans like picked up their pitchforks, like, how dare you? And they just blasted me in the comments, like, you know. And I'm like, holy shit. So like, and that's when I actually got my first like suicide request. People were like saying, you need to kill yourself. I'm like, holy fuck. So it was just kind of like, it was so crazy. And so I, in my next video, I was just salty as hell. I'm like, listen right here, motherfucker. Like, I'm like, don't tell me that people, first of all, don't tell me that that's not a layering effect. And all layering means is you pre-record various, you know what I mean? I said effect, but like you can pre-record melody doing different, you know, ranges and things and creating a nice effect, and it makes like a choir effect. Or you can just add it to the audio, right? Either way, you can do it either way. And I played it again. I'm like, this is a layer, and I played it again. I'm like, don't fucking tell me. And so, and then along with that, I go, I said, and second of all, just because you're in metal doesn't mean you use voice, you can't use effects on your voice. And I played a couple of examples of that. And I'm like, so don't, you know, oh God, it was so terrible. But Ariel Luzi, dude, I think this is my first time chatting with you. So this guy, I'm going to assume he's a guy because I think that's his picture. Kind of looks like Ross from Friends, but because it's really tiny, I can barely see it. That's what I get. But I want to say Ariel is maybe from Italy, or it's either Spanish or Italian that he always puts. Well, hola, I'm thinking that's Spanish. But so Ariel, you got to tell me about yourself, man. This guy is on just like Rivka, every one of my videos. He's right there. He's making comments. He's talking about stuff. I post a little bullshit video about, here's my situation. I'm in a camper, and he's right there like, all right, man, you stay with it. So that's Ariel's another one of my guys, man. So you got to tell me about yourself for sure. Let me go back. Otakin. All right, yeah, so I'm going to check out Otakin. Very minor one, yes. I've seen Otakin. Oh, you're a very minor one. Don't say that. So, Alan, tell me about yourself, man. Like, okay, I got to look you up now. Alan Reacts. And I don't care. I know there's only 10 viewers or so in here right now, but We got to give Alan some subs here. Alan reacts. Oh, there you are. Okay. Oh, dude, we gotta get Alan up to 1,000 subscribers. I just subscribed. All right, come on, people. All 8 of you. We better see he's at 695. We better see over 700. We want to see this jump to 700, guys. Come on. Alan reacts. Let me see here. Oh, Nightwish. Oh, man. You're going the right way. The warning. Let's see. Okay, let's see what kind of rabbit holes you've gone down. Usually there's a way to do it in the reaction world. So we got Nightwish. Let's see here. Sabaton. Okay. I still have to check out 1916. The Who. Reaction. You know, Reaction is one that I've never really gone down that rabbit hole yet. But I hear they could be kind of like Liliac in the way they... Ari? I love Love Bites. That's one of my favorite bands that I found doing this. Symphonic Viking Metal. Tommy Johansson. Dude, we have very similar tastes, man. Very similar. Well, you have got to check out, if you haven't yet, you've got to check out Brothers of Metal. That's one of my favorite bands. Dude, the Christmas Truce. I actually like Tommy's version of Christmas Truce almost better than Sabaton's. Don't tell. Man, you got a lot of videos, dude. Holy crap, how many videos do you have? All right, guys. Well, let's give Alan some love, man. So, oh, thank you, Alan. That's cool to hear, man. Alan says he followed me before he started his channel. And I give the similar props to like Chase Carnson and Tank. Those were kind of like the two that I started watching them and I'm like, this looks like a lot of fun. But the question is, did you already know Nightwish before you did this? Because I am not going to lie to you. I hit a major crossroads when I started this channel, and I had a devil sitting on one shoulder and an angel sitting on the other. And I'm like, dude, I totally know how I could get a quick 10,000 subs in like a month. All I got to do is start with Golsov Score, right? And then move through Wacken 2013 in a systematic way, right? And then I know, okay, from there I could, I knew the formula, right? I'm like, I'm a good actor. I could act like I don't know this stuff. But I didn't. My first video was my three things that I love about Nightwish. And in that way I was able to kind of reach out to my Nightwish, the Nightwish army, and get their support, which happened. And then I just kind of went from there. So cool. See Rivka sub. She'll be your biggest fan. I'm telling you. He said, Alan, you got to add some Liliac. I'll talk to you when Scrog leaves. We'll have a little chat about what to expect with Liliac. I mean, don't get me wrong. Liliac is good. Like it's a family band. Melody has got an amazing voice. But after a while, to me, it kind of sounds like the same. Like it's the same kind of like, it just, I'd like to hear her dial it back and do a little bit more clean voice. And, and she's doing all this kind of with her hands when she's like, So to me, it's like, okay, we get it, But I don't want to discourage you. Yeah, check them out. I mean, it's just their fan. God, the fans are so violently supportive. It's crazy. But yeah, add some Liliac. Cool. Let's see. Where'd Ariel go? Dude, Ariel, you gotta talk. Tell me about yourself, man. Um, yeah, Brothers of Metal are cool. So Brothers of Metal is a Viking themed band, and they're a power metal band, and everything is Norse mythology, and they really do their good homework with. In fact, the band leader, um, Mats Nielsen, is a historian, and he does some vocals, but he's mostly oh. I've heard of Visions of Atlantis. I've heard they're like a symphonic, I want, like piratey. I want to say like a pirate band. Um, yes, I will check them out. Um, okay, cool. So you're kind of like me, where like you actually react to songs, but they're the ones you're not too familiar with. Okay, that's cool. Oh, is it Visions of Atlantis, Rivka? You're talking about? Okay. Yeah, you know what, Alan, thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to it like right now because it takes a little bit to set up. Um, you know what? Hang on, let me see where my wife is. She went to go get her oil changed, and she was going to come back, and I was gonna do this till she got back because when we got to go with my kid, let's see where she's at. If she's far enough away, we'll do this. Oh, is she still in Orlando? What? Oh, hell yeah. She's still in Orlando. I'm in Auburndale. So to get back from Orlando, that takes like an hour. So let's do this. Where's my headphones? Let's see if we do this. Okay, Scrog, you're leaving? Okay. Ginger, have fun. You're about to see a reaction, how it really goes down. I know you have no idea how that works, right? Okay. Oh, maybe I should pour a little of this, huh? Might work, right? Okay, here, I'll be right back. And did you guys know too? These videos absolutely kill your algorithm. They like destroy them. So like when I covered High Ren, and I'll admit that was strategic because the video has tons of views, tons of tons of reactions, and oh, youngest one to wake up from a nap. Oh my god! So you know the struggles of doing a channel like this with kids. Yeah. So basically, what was I talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about. So it is pirate metal. Okay. Another one that's in my constant playlist is Ailstorm. I fucking love it. I want to see Ailstorm live so bad. They look like they're so much fun. And I want to interview. Okay, so I got this all figured out. So Rivka might know this. I've got a total in with Napalm Records. And I've already interviewed Brittany Slays, which, oh my God, that was the best hour of my life. She is so incredible. We had such a good time. I've interviewed Melissa Bonney from Ad Infinitum. And, oh man, the viewers really dropped there. Okay, whatever. I have interviewed Mats Nilsson from Brothers of Metal. But basically, the problem with that was we were supposed to get the 3 lead singers. They were all going to come and join together. And the only person that showed up was Mats Nilsson. And the other 2 were busy. So she kind of like had him read me like this apologetic note she wrote and all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's no big deal. So I'm like, well, we can record this or not. And we literally just hang for like 2 hours and just chatted. And we talked about like Norse mythology. I was freaking out because I was pulling out some of the primary sources I have, and he's going to pulling out all his books and stuff. And just so much fun, man. If you guys haven't seen Brothers of Metal, so good. So, so good. Anyways, I'm all over the place here. So Visions of Atlantis clocks. All right, let's see if we can do this because I have to do a few things here. So first of all, you can see how this all works. Oh, that's interesting. I don't have an image up there. Oh, it's real small. Oh, it's a high ren. Okay. What am I gonna do? We'll put. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up Visions of Atlantis here. So sorry, this is part of the reason why this sucks, because you know we can still chat, but it takes a while to settle this up. At least the way I do it. Visions of Atlantis, and then what I'll do is I'll actually edit this later. Oh, that's a cool picture. Oh shit. But I'll edit this later and make this like a legit video. Save image. Okay. All right. So then we'll do this. Oh, it's Angelina Jordan. I don't know why that popped up. Yeah, so that's the person that, you know, her fan base is 99% like 60-year-old men. Again, because they like jazz music, right? Let's see here. How do I change this? Properties. We'll go here. Go here. No pressure, right? No pressure. Crap. I'm gonna have to. I'll just send that to the back. That didn't work. There we go. That kind of works, I guess, huh? Okay. I gotta make sure my audio capture is my headphones. So let me change that. God, you guys are so patient. Boom. So that should be good. Test, test. That's good. That should be good. All right. So we're going to do... I don't even know how to use... I don't even know what half that shit means right there. So, but we'll go ahead and do YouTube. Visions of Atlantis. Clocks. That's the first thing that pops up. And it's napalm. Yes. So what that means is if I really like them, I could actually. Oh, and that's what I was getting at. So Ailstorm is napalm. So I have a super good in with the PR person who sets me up with these interviews, and she told me anytime I want, just let her know. And it's just I feel like I really need to know the band well. Like with Britney Slays, it was a no-brainer because I know Unleash the Archers inside and out. But basically, you know, I feel like I want to interview Tommy Johansson. I really want to interview the dude from the lead singer from Ailstorm. But if I really like these guys, that's a possibility. Like if I fall in this rabbit hole big time, then that could be something that comes down the pipe. Whoa! Go back. I wonder why that was already there. I haven't watched this. Okay. Well, I guess we're good. Did you guys hear that, by the way, when I played it? Did you guys hear it okay? Yeah, you can hear that. Sound good? As soon as somebody gives me a thumbs up, I'll start. Just let me know if it sounds good. I'm just going to wait right here. Nothing worse. Okay, so Alan, I don't know if I've heard you yet. Watched any of your videos? I might have, because I peruse. Rivka says it sound good. Okay, cool. But like, the number one rule in this business is make sure your audio is dialed in. If it's not dialed in, no one's gonna watch. Like, they're gonna like spit out right away. And then work on your video and your effects and all that other bullshit. But like the sound is so important. So I've had it before where you know, it takes a while to dial it in. But anyways, enough of that. Okay, so we're gonna start like this is a YouTube video. So, all right, what's going on YouTube? So we're in the middle of a live stream right now, and somebody has actually recommended Visions of Atlantis to me, and this is from, I believe, a fellow reactor, Alan Reacts. So make sure you go and check out that channel. And if that wasn't him, who I greatly apologize, but I'm pretty sure that was the person who did it. They'll let me know in a second. But anyways, so this is huge for me because you see my title, right? History buff. So I really, really love anything having to do with history. I love Viking metal. I've learned there's all kinds of metal out there. There's medieval metal. Check out like Salacia Mortis and like Thierschwanz. I love again Viking metal like Ailstorm and all that. Like I said, Viking. Brothers of Metal with Viking, and then you got Pirate Metal, which is like Ailstorm. So, I guess this is Viking metal, Visions of Atlantis. So I don't know anything about them, other than that. Looks like there's a female singer, and I'm super stoked. So let's go ahead and check this out. The song is Clocks. So here we go. We love napalm. We love Unleash the Archers.
Time as you know, let it go with the flow. Make a golden play out of every day as the tick tick tock from the clock is never ending.
Nice. Okay, I'm getting heavy Nightwish vibes here. Heavy Nightwish. There's a song. Noise. It's got the same melody. Dun, 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 dun. I hear that. Again, not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. It works. Hear that?
I devise so many plans, how to ruin my world, how to write my story. I enjoy all that I can, for happy times will turn to memories. I've been living in the past, turn my lonely days into lonely future. Now I leave it all behind, as the present time is the only one. The clock takes its power away.
Another vocalist.
As you know, let it go with the flow. Make a golden play out of every day as the tick tick tock from the clock is never ending. Stay in the now, let it go and allow. Fill the empty space with the moment's race as the tick tick tock from the clock is never ending.
Ooh, nice. Okay. I have a little full disclosure to make here. I think I've heard this song, but only because when I'm driving my car or like when I'm tinkering in the garage or something, I'll put on my YouTube playlist, right? And it goes off in all kinds of directions. That's how I've found Beast in Black or Battle Beast. You know, some of these other, because I like power metal and I like historical metal. So I think there's even a playlist called something like Dragons and something, right? And it kind of goes down this symphonic historical thing, which is just amazing. And it just sounds familiar. I think I've heard this before. But all I got to say is, what do you get when you join Ailstorm, Nightwish, and Brothers of Metal, and you end up getting this right here? Very cool. It's got the symphonic elements of Nightwish. The video is very entertaining. It's similar to like Brothers of Metal. If you watch any of theirs, it's usually they're drinking a bunch of ale, getting shit faced, and killing each other in a Viking village or whatever. And you've got multiple vocal. I mean, this is amazing.
Tick tick tock from the clock is never ending.
Sorry, this camera times out after 30 seconds or 30 minutes. So when I'm streaming, sometimes that happens. I'm so sorry.
Surrender all that we have to decide is what we should do with the time that's given us.
The clock takes its power away.
Time as you know, let it go with the flow. Make a golden play out of every day as the tick tick tock from the clock is never ending. Stay in the now, let it go ever low. Fill the empty space with the moment's race as the tick tick tock from the clock is never ending.
Okay, we're about to get into a bridge. I don't know what's gonna happen. Sometimes it collapses your stream if you go too long with it, but yeah, really cool. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the lyrics. They sound very contemporary, like the lyrics. It doesn't seem very piratey to me. Like it's something that would be sang, basically in a pirate shanty or back then or whatever. But it sounds profound, right? Not like Ailstorm where they're talking about like shooting you in the face with a cannon and stealing all your women, but anyways, cool. And let's just say I love the voice, I love the sound, very popular. Very popular. I can't think. Too much scotch. I'm sorry. But yeah, let me know in the comments about this band. Like I hear a full orchestra. Is it somebody on the keys? Is it an orchestra? Like track or something? Yeah.
From the clock is
Cool effects too. Let's see what they do with this bridge. Guitar solo. Watch. Oh, that's cool.
time as you know.
Now, okay, I noticed little things like this. So notice how the guitar slowed everything down and brought it all down, and then shot just right back again. It kind of plays with your ear. Listen, you think the song's gonna slow down?
Time as you know.
Yeah, let's just go.
Make a golden play out of every day as the tick tick tock from the clock is never ending. Stay in the now, let it go and allow. Fill the empty space with the moment's grace as the tick tick tock from the clock is never ending.
Very epic sound.
Make a golden play out of every day as the tick tick tock from the clock is never ending.
And they leave you hanging. That poor guy. That's cool. Yeah, I gotta find out where they're from. I think you told me. I think Alan told me. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna guess that's it. But so if you're new to the channel, I mean, definitely check that band out if you're not yet familiar. Rivka, didn't that was totally like a net era Nightwish music. That era of Nightwish that was very like contemporary, very accessible, and that's honestly, in my opinion, what made them so popular because it was very appealing. Very appealing sound, just the the sound of the melody and everything. Very, very good. Again, I gave a lot of shout outs in this. If you like this kind of stuff, check out Brothers of Metal. Incredibly similar. Yeah, just good stuff. This is definitely my wheelhouse, the kind of music I like. So something new to add to my playlist. So thank you guys. If you're new to the channel, check it out. Sub if you want. If you don't, I really don't care. Whatever. But either way, nice meeting you. And until I see you in the comments, be safe, healthy, and be nice to each other. And that's a wrap. See, that's my tagline. Do you have a tagline, Alan? Do you have a tagline? It literally, my first video that I did, it just came out. And then I just stuck with it. I don't know. But, all right, let's see what everybody says, man. What do we got here? This is so fun. God, this is my favorite part. Again, this is going to kill my algorithm. Absolutely freaking destroy it. Because there'll be like 100 people watching this. And then they'll be like, wow, nobody wants to watch this guy. But I don't care. This is fun. Let's see here. Long ways to go for an oil change. Yeah, because where we live, my wife would always see what happens is she would Google like, hey, where do I get my oil change? And then the answer would be Kissimmee, right? Which, is she still there? Wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh, she's still all the way over there. But it takes 20 minutes to get there, but you have to go past Disney. So it takes an hour and a half to get back because of the traffic. And I keep telling her, quit like establishing like the vet and all in Kissimmee because it's a nightmare getting home. Let's see here. Absolutely, yeah, reminds you of Nightwish, but then a lot of the metal bands do, or symphonic metal, yeah. Legion of the High Seas is a bit more piratey in the lyrics. Oh, there is an interview with Trey Xavier's channel. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I definitely that's another thing I love. I love hanging with artists. I just absolutely love it. It's a really good time. I mean, Alan, have you checked out Unleash the Archers yet? Dude, if you haven't, you have to. Like, you have to. You need to do it right now. Like, if you haven't, like, you see, okay, this is cool. You see that right there? This I am so proud of because, so if you're not familiar with Unleash the Archers, Brittany Slays, she's the lead person, and she is a history geek like me. She got her, in Canada, she got her degree in history, and just like me, you can't do a goddamn thing with it, right? She also is really big into literature and reading and writing and stuff. Oh, one or two songs. Okay. So she wrote the last two albums, and they all have to do with one continuous story. It's about the immortal who goes on a quest, and and blah blah blah, right? So but both albums are this whole quest that he goes on, and it's pretty neat. So what I did was I found some mapping software, and I created for Brittany, the lead singer, I made an actual map of her universe, which as far as I know doesn't exist, right? So I made it for her, and I basically plotted out all of his how the song, like the tracks go. Like the tracks start here in the mountain where he wakes up, and then the next track is here where he's walking through and he meets somebody, and the third one's over here, So I made this whole track, and then I threw like references to some of their other songs, like this is the Northwest Passage. God, this is so weird to try to do this. Like right here, that's the Northwest Passage, which is another song they did. So like, and when I did my interview, I played a game called Guess That Map. So we went through a bunch of fantasy maps, and I showed it to her, and she had to guess what story they were from. I threw that up there, and she lost her shit. She thought it was so cool. So when I saw them live, I brought it, and they all signed it. So super cool. But Alan, if you want, the biggest one is got to be. So if you want to see their technical abilities, it's Awaken. You got to watch that. Yeah, Awakening. Yep. I'm not a big fan of Tonight We Ride. You can definitely hear her range in that, but to me, that's before they got really good at songwriting, I guess. My personal favorite is Soulbound. I love the song Soulbound, and then of course like The Wind That Shapes the Land. But it's just like Nightwish. You have to start somewhere, and the starting point is always Awakening. And then from there, you can check out maybe Soulbound. And then from there, and if you want to do Tonight We Ride, you can. And you can see Brittany's like crazy range, because in Awakening she sounds really low, but in Tonight We Ride she gets up like through the roof with her range. It's absolutely nuts. She's so talented. She's so fucking talented. But yeah, if you haven't seen Awakening yet, react to that. Do it. Mike Nagoda, if you're familiar with him, he's another one of my buddies I talk to all the time. And we live stream together, and we've done reactions together. But he's a slide guitarist out of Canada, and we reacted to he reacted to Awakening and was one of my recommendations. That was kind of cool. But yeah, check that out. So hey, I want to play something really quick. So something in that video reminded me of when you were talking about Avatar, when she started turning the clock backwards and time started going backwards. There's a whole barroom brawl that takes place. People have done reactions to this. No kidding. But check this out. This whole bar brawl takes place backwards. It's awesome. This is one of my favorite songs by them. It's such a jam. And see how it's all backwards? But anyways, that's that. Oh, my family's home.